another top 10 list, and you might be wondering why I picked this topic, because many of you might hate cats. Many of you might love cats, and you are the person who this list is made for. Now, I don't like cats. I don't turn off the video. I don't run over cats or kick cats when no one's looking. No, I just am not a huge fan of cats. However, I know a lot of people like them, and there's a lot of good games with them. In fact, when I first thought of the topic, I thought, well, I'll probably only be able to put together 5 games or so. No, I actually had games that didn't make my list, like You Gotta Be Kidding Me, Simon's Cat Game, Fellinia. They didn't even make the list. There's a lot of games about cats. So, cat lovers, this list is for you. Number 10 of the best cat games is Reiner Knizia's Amazing Flea Circus. Now, this game, it's not completely about cats. It's about fleas, really, as you're playing different cards, trying to collect them. But the one version of it, the R&R version of it, comes with a pile of plastic dogs and a pile of plastic cats. And you collect these plastic cats and dogs as you score points. There's a lot of cats in this box. I mean, a lot of them, so I have to count it. Reiner Knizia's Amazing Flea Circus. Number 9 is Hot Tin Roof. Hot Tin Roof is a game about cats. As they run across the hot tin roofs of the houses, and you're trying to make cats meet each other and fall in love, I think, or whatever. It's about moving and trying to be to move across these roofs in the proper ways and build bridges from one house to the other. That's Hot Tin Roof. Number 8 is Cat and Chocolate. Cat and Chocolate is a storytelling game in which there's cats in it, but there's also chocolate and vampires and all kinds of weird things. And you're playing cards and making a story about it. This one may just be the name. We'll see. Number 7 is Tempura. Tempura is a game in which you are basically trying to play cards, and you're not trying to bust as you're playing cards that are higher than the last card. The card artwork is amazing. Even someone like me who doesn't like cats thinks these cats look great. And they're just beautiful artwork. It's a lot of fun. It's a silly game. Think kind of closer to Uno than anything else, but I think a lot of people like it. Tempura. Number 6 is Cat Town. This is a town where only cats live. It's like a cat dream, I guess. The game comes with postcards that if you send them, you don't have a player board anymore, so don't do that. But in this game, you are searching for cats, and so you're like moving through piles and looking through those piles, looking for the right cards. It's kind of a fun back and forth game as you're watching what the other person does and trying to figure out where they put different cards. Cat Town. Number 5 is Cat and Fish, and I hesitate putting this one on here because it's so hard to find. This game was originally from Korea. It is a worker placement style game in which you have your cats and they're going out and they're fishing and they're trying to catch different fish. I mean, you could have played this game with humans, I guess, but the fact that they're cats, they're cats. So you're playing, you're placing things out. I'm gonna maybe my boat will go out to the deeper water where I'll find better fish. I need to get the right fish and sell them in the right seasons. It's actually a really good game, Cat and Fish. Number 4 is Pounce, or there's a lot of versions of this, and some of the versions actually don't have a cat theme, but many of them do, where one person's a cat with a cup or a traffic cone or a plunger or whatever it is that the game comes with. There's really a ton of versions of this game. The other people have mice, usually on strings, and those mice are on the board. You roll some dice. If you match a certain number, everyone has to pull their mouse, and the other person has to slam down on the table and catch the mice. But if you don't roll that number, you pretend to slam, and people, if they pull their mouse, they're out. Silly fun, but works everywhere I've ever played it. Number 3 is Felix, the Cat in the Sack. This is a game about collecting cards, as there's a sack of cards and you were trying to figure them out, but you're revealing them one at a time. You want good cards, not bad cards. You need to decide whether you'll take them before they're all revealed or not. An excellent game from Friedman Frees, Felix, the Cat in the Sack. Number 2 is Cat Tower. In this card game, you basically have a bunch of cats that are folded up. They're weird-looking cats. They're cards. And then you're stacking them into a tower, sometimes doing a few other weird things with tokens and such. But for the most part, it's a dexterity game, and it's a really good one. And then my number 1 cat game of all time is Cottage Garden. You say, Cottage Garden? Isn't that about planting flowers? You're right, but a very important part of Cottage Garden are the cat tokens. There are cat tokens that you use to fill in the holes that you need. Now, I like to say that they're carcasses of cats. I jest. They're not. They're sleeping cats. They're taking a nap, and you're filling in spots in your garden with them. It's a very critical part of the game, so I say that makes Cottage Garden a game with cats in it. So that's my favorite game, but Cottage Garden is just a great game. It's kind of like playing Tetris as you're putting these pieces in and trying to fill you have 2 different gardens you're working on at the same time, getting points. An excellent game. It's going to be reprinted this year. Keep an eye out for it. So those are my favorite cat games. Let me know what yours are in the comments. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and this has been the best cat games.